All right, how's everybody doing? We're gonna do this a little bit differently today. So I'm a personal trainer by trade. This is how I feel comfortable. I think it's pretty genuine how we're gonna talk here. And what I'm gonna do today is I'm gonna talk to you about the diets that I've done and ones that my clients have tried and kind of some of the feedback that I've gotten from them. The very best of each diet and the very worst. You gotta understand, guys, there's not a perfect diet and there's not all trash. Some are pretty bad. But I'm gonna give you honest feedback today, not only from myself, but from my clients that I've had over 25 years. So we're talking about a lot of experience here, okay? So that's what we're gonna do today. Stay tuned. All right, the MRT diet. What is the MRT diet? Okay, it stands for the mediated release test, okay? It used to be MRT150, now I believe it's MRT170, okay? What it's measuring is how much inflammation is caused by 150, 170 different foods and chemicals. I just keep hesitating with that because when I did it, it was 150, then my wife took it and it was 170, okay? Now, it's gonna measure 170 different things going on in your body, whether it's how you react to certain dairy, certain proteins, certain vegetables, certain fruits. Also, categories like herbs and flavorings and nuts and legumes and fish and chemicals, so how do you react to this artificial sweetener? How do you react to acetaminophen? How do you react to ibuprofen? It's measuring all that, and it's gauging like how your body responds to all of these things. And it's not even a guess. It's like they actually draw your blood and you send it in and it tests them all independently. So you don't have to go through that whole thing where you're like eliminating foods, which are, if we're really honest with it, like you eliminating food for a couple days, you're gonna have to eliminate that food for like a month and only eat one thing at a time to really understand what's going on with that food. That's not healthy, and who knows if you can find it. This is a much simpler way by drawing your blood and seeing how your body reacts to it, your immune system and your body's defenses, okay? So if you take something like crazy, like for me, I never would have known raspberries were one of the worst things I could eat if I hadn't done this. Because I didn't eat that many raspberries, and when I did, it's like I probably attributed it to something else that was completely different, right? Like I can tell you straight up from my results where I had raspberry and cabbage and cantaloupe, which I do like, and I did enjoy a lot. Not a lot of raspberries, hate cabbage, right? No big deal. But some of these foods, like sesame and for me, cantaloupe, like I would consume a lot. But then the ones that everybody was worried about, like dairy, eggs, nightshade vegetables, didn't do a thing to me. In fact, I could eat about as much as I want because they rate them on like a green, yellow, and red, like bad. Green is good, go ahead. Yellow, caution, right? You would never know that unless you did this test, okay? So that is the best part about it, is it's gonna tell you, it's getting a 10 out of 10 on as far as like a diet that you can measure the amount of inflammation. So if you have something that's really causing a lot of inflammation in your body, this is the test, this is the diet you need to do, okay? So it plays well with other diets because you're basically eliminating the bad stuff, and so any diet you do, you're gonna truly know how that diet affects you, right? Because you're not eating this actual food that's affecting you. Like let's say you did keto, right? And you are actually eliminating a food and foods that you would normally eat, and then all of a sudden you do your carb up, and then you eat another batch of food, and you're contributing the carb up to all your inflammation, which it could be because you're eating a lot of like carbohydrates, but maybe all of a sudden you're eating a food that really inflames you. Or maybe it's the opposite way. Maybe when you're doing keto, like the particular food you're gonna have all this inflammation going on, okay? That's during the keto process, so you're not really evaluating it properly, right? This is gonna help you figure that out, okay? Just gonna draw your blood, send it in, you're gonna get a whole sheet back. It's really cool, right? Okay, so those are the good parts, okay? So what are the worst parts of it and the cons of it, okay? Number one, it's cost prohibitive. Minimum you're gonna probably pay $300 you know, if you can get it very, very cheaply, all the way up to $700, $800 if you don't, right? And it's convenient, you just draw your blood and send it in, but it is very cost prohibitive compared to other diets, you know. Just to test, to find this out, it's gonna cost $300 to $700 probably, okay? And then it can be very inconvenient. Once you get all that back, like, okay, now you go through the process of like, you're trying to build up foods back in, you know what I mean? Like, you're gonna have to eliminate a lot of foods that you don't like, and so you're gonna have to do a lot of food prep that you maybe didn't do in the past, okay? But it's all for good reasoning, okay? So that could definitely be a con. Number one con is definitely the cost, okay? So, in summary, okay, you have the pros, absolutely reduces inflammation, so you're finally gonna know, and then also, it plays really, really well with other diets because it's gonna help guide them, right? So that they're actually working better too. Inconvenience, cost, definitely. It's very expensive. And also from a perspective of like meal prep, it's gonna be a pain in the butt for a while because you're probably gonna be eliminating foods and slowly building some of those back in. You know, like you might have a little bit of yellows, no reds whatsoever. Trust me guys, once you have the reds after you eliminate again, wow, just, you would be blown away. Even after you take the test and you kind of limit it and you go back in, you actually like, it's not gonna make a difference. Yeah, it does. You're gonna go, if you're like a 40-year-old like me, all of a sudden you had the bad food, you're gonna feel like you're 90 within 24 hours. It's truly unbelievable. So anyway, talked enough about it, you know, but that's what the MRT diet is. You might wanna look into it. I definitely rate, there's some really, really great things about it. It's kind of unique because it's not really a weight loss or build up diet, you know, but it's definitely something that plays well with other diets. It's gonna make all the other ones really, really better. But you might have to save up some money for it and then invest money into it. So that is the MRT diet. Hope that helps. Talk to you guys later. Hopefully you found this video useful and you gained some insight that you may not have known. If you're looking for more information about diets and how to apply them correctly, check out other videos I've released and see which ones may suit your needs the best. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video.